Hello, everybody, and welcome to the PHLY Eagles halftime show live from the Xfinity Lounge. Bo Wolf, Jamie Lynch here after a slobber knocker of a first half between the Eagles and the Lions. Defense is dominating. The Eagles' defense looked ferocious for the first 6 possessions for the Lions. Then they give up a touchdown. Jameson Williams gets a penalty. The kicker misses the extra point, makes it 6-6. Offense has been struggling, and yet they put together a very nice 10-play, 64-yard drive capped by a tush-push touchdown, and the Eagles enter halftime up 13-6. Jamie, how did you feel about it?
Very encouraged by the defense. My eyeballs were offended by the offense. This offense sucks.
Listen. Let's talk about the defense first. Because the defense
is great.
Looks awesome. First possession, we give up one first down, and then they get a pick. Jordan Davis passes the ball into the air. Cooper DeJean picks it off. Awesome stuff.
Yeah.
3 and out. Next possession.
It does feel like their batted ball. I know the professor talked about this recently, didn't he? It does feel like their batted ball percentage has gone through the roof this year.
I think Jordan Davis is a big part of that.
Yeah.
Also, Jalen Carter has been a part of that because he hasn't gotten quite as much pressure, which has made him have to do that a little bit more.
Georgia Bulldogs.
Which I think is fair. Next possession on defense. They give up 3 first downs, but then bow up inside their own territory. Dan Campbell punts on 4th down, which was a little bit questionable. 3 and out again, and then they give up the touchdown drive on a 3-play, 74-yard drive for the Lions. 2 big plays, which I did find funny, given that after that touchdown, the broadcast was then patting itself on the back for Collinsworth saying, see, I told you, you got to get the run game going, you get the play action going. That was a 3-play drive of nothing but passes. Meanwhile, their running game has been garbanzo beans. What are you talking about? They dropped back to pass, and that's how they scored. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Anyway, defense looks awesome. Jaelan Phillips, a monster again. We're seeing a little bit even more Nakobe Dean than Jahad Campbell, although Campbell came in towards the second half of the first half. Corners look good other than Adoree Jackson, who just cannot keep up with Jameson Williams.
Yeah, I think a little bit Vinny was out there kind of saying, somebody's supposed to be inside there to give them help, especially versus somebody as fast as Jameson Williams. Look, Adoree Jackson isn't going to survive one-on-one versus Jameson Williams.
Certainly not chasing him across the field.
For that long. Yeah. Very funny, though, that Jameson Williams got the penalty, which led to the missed extra point that at the time kept it a tied game.
Listen, that was a very dumb penalty.
Very dumb.
I also, I felt like the conversation on the broadcast about it was like, this is the stuff that's still keeping him back.
Well, that's
how about we'll take the touchdown?
Yeah.
And also, the kicker, I know it's really windy. He did miss the kick.
But it was good to see the Eagles offense obviously bounce right back from that and show,
very impressive resolve. After, we'll let you cook now, what was an extremely ugly offense.
Yeah, that offense was offensive.
They're force
feeding AJ
possessions. First 6 possessions, they had 4 first downs.
Yeah, that's not. I mean, you're lucky that the defense is as good as they are right now because they're making the Lions look pedestrian on offense. But if this was, a Lions offense where they're moving the ball easily, this is a much different tone of a halftime show.
Now, that is a good Lions defense. No
it
doubt
is.
about it,
Yeah.
even though they are missing 2 starters in the secondary. My read on that first half was there was a little bit too much coddling of A.J. Brown.
Yes. They were force-feeding him early and often to the point where...
And I know it's hard to have it both ways.
Sure.
But,
I mean, the one he was falling down on, and they still kind of forced it. Now, there was a couple drops. I thought Saquon dropped one on the kind of go route with Hurts on the scramble drill.
Great throw. Penalty on that one, though.
Yeah, Goddard dropped one early. But, Hurts has looked just okay. But I agree with you. A little too much force feeding there.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts has, until that final drive, has not looked great. 9 of 18 for 63 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Saquon Barkley, 12 carries for 32 yards, while Tank Bigsby continues to maybe have the juice. 3 carries for 29 yards for Mr. Tank.
Yeah, to give you a little bit of a gauge meter, I'm getting texts from inside the stadium and some other Cousins chains. People are ready to fire Patullo. Like, people are disgusted at this point.
I think that's probably a little bit rash, but...
What? Rash? An Eagles fan? Never. I mean, look.
Listen.
Patullo bad.
The chat is
people
on
just
fire.
railing
Right?
on
If people
Patullo.
could stone him, they would. I don't think it is all on Patullo.
No, certainly not. But
yeah, I mean,
he's not inspiring confidence here.
And it's not even like there have been some plays here where they have just been DOA. Bad and maybe those are on the quarterback for not checking at the line. But there have been some plays that have been truly blown up in this game. A.J. Brown, though, 6 catches on 8 targets for 43 yards. And then you've got 1 for 9 for Dotson, 1 for 7 for Goddard, 1 for 4 for Kylan Granson, and Devontae doesn't have a catch yet.
Yeah, that's kind of the trade-off when you force feed A.J. there to kind of keep the status quo. Everybody else is probably going to suffer, and no real explosive plays here for the Eagles offense. And as the world turns, here we are again talking about
a couple super chats. I would imagine that these are going to be unkind to Kevin Patullo. Let's start with Hessanon, who says, base defensive personnel on fake punt, big flex. That was an awesome play, and credit to, I don't know if that's Sirianni who calls that in the moment and says, keep the defense on the field, or if it's Michael Clay who does it, but the Lions are known for their special teams fakes, and to keep the defense on the field on 4th and 2, a huge play in the first half. Even though you might wonder, okay, well, if the defense stayed on the field, why did they snap?
That was my first question to you. I'm like, what is Dan Campbell doing? If the defense doesn't leave the field, get out of the play.
Yeah, there's that play. There's the 4th and 1 stop, which you called out. A really nice job by Brandon Graham.
Yeah,
reading that play when it seemed like the defense wasn't quite ready for it. Moro Ojimo with a couple big stops. Short yardage, the Eagles defense has really stood up. And this has been a physical game. They are beating up the Lions when they have the chance to.
Yeah, unfortunately, too, also worth noting, Lane Johnson leaving the game.
Yes.
I don't know if it's the ankle from last week. They called it a foot injury. You'd have to think there's a certain correlation there.
Yeah, I think my expectation here is that the foot has been amputated and Lane Johnson will be back for the 4th quarter.
That sounds about right.
Given how things usually are. Entrepreneur with the super chat says, this is on Patullo, yes, but 4 drops and 4 bad throws and 3 missed run blocks is the problem. Execution, fair. Level-headed analysis from Entrepreneur. Pat Phoenix, it's eye-opening how much better the Lions' play-action passing is than the Eagles. They run crossers off of it instead of just predictable deep shots. That, I think, is fair. My POV life, fire Patullo!
There we go.
Also reasoned.
Yeah.
And Entrepreneur is back, says, is Coop too slow to keep up with Amon-Ra in the slot? I don't think so. I don't think speed is the issue there.
No.
I think Amon-Ra's a good route runner. I think he got him. He got him one time.
Yeah. He's a top 10-ish wide receiver? Right around that 8 to 12 range kind of? Maybe?
Yeah. Yeah, you could argue. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
How are we feeling? Think they pull it out?
How do you not trust the defense?
They're playing great football. I mean, this Lions offense is, top 3 in the NFL.
I think the defense looks awesome. I'm going to ride with the defense.
Jaelan Phillips looks great. I haven't noticed a ton of Nolan Smith tonight.
I agree with that.
Ojimo and Carter making their impacts felt in the middle there. Nakobe Dean is all over the field tonight. Yep. He's been having a strong first half. So, yeah, I guess I'm with you. Defense is going to probably have to win this for you.
All right. Well, listen, it's going to be hard-hitting. It's going to be tense. It's going to be fun.
Maybe they'll fire Patullo at halftime.
We are going to talk about whatever happens in the second half here on the PHLY Eagles postgame show right after the game with Super Bowl champion Vinny Curry. Thank you for joining us for the halftime show.
Hit that thumbs up button. Let's go.
Hit that thumbs up button. Unruin our algorithm. All that good stuff. All that. Yeah, you know what? Enjoy the second half. Thank you to Bet365 and Ashley. We will talk to you later. And as always, we love you.
We all silly like the mayor.